I'm going to show you how to change front CV axles in a Jeep Patriot. I have it already supported, wheels are off, and so now we need to work on, we're going to get these axles removed. These two bolts off the strut, we're going to swing the whole knuckle forward. We will also pop this tie rod. Firstly, we want to remove this cotter pin, which doesn't look like it's been removed since I have installed it so long ago. I did a whole front end on this Jeep for him. Next, grab a 19mm. Grab a little 2-pound hammer, and then you're going to want to smack the side of this knuckle right here. Normally these just fall out. Oh, there we go. Put the nut back, just like this. You want everything to stay right where it was, and then just put it up and out of the way. Next, grab a 21mm wrench and a 21mm socket. Now, before we progress any further, let's tackle this guy here. Put the cotter pin off to the side. Just like that, put it off to the side. Put a socket on there. I have 1 1/4 inch, that's all I have. And it actually fits really, really nice. I'm going to use a magnet to pull this washer off. Set it off to the side. Next, we want to carefully remove this speed sensor. Carefully remove it. Then we're going to use one of these panel tools right here. We're going to remove it from this knuckle. Get underneath of it and just break it off. Gosh dang it. Next, as you can see, there's already a little bit of tension on this brake line, so we're going to remove this bracket. Size is 13mm. Perfect. Now that is all just hanging, which is exactly what you want. Next, just pull the knuckle forward. If the knuckle doesn't want to move forward, grab a pry bar and stick it in right here and just pull it out like so. And then once you get this out, we want to get this axle pushed through the hub, which this one seems to be a little frozen, so I'm going to use a dead blow. There we go. Dead blow, smack the end of it, and then look, just carefully lean it forward. Just carefully lean it forward. There's a little bit of tension, but as long as you just carefully lean it down, everything will be fine there. Next, just reach in with the pry bar again, right underneath, behind the cup, just like that. Ours popped out pretty good. Then carefully pull it back out, just like that. This is the seal in question that you are going to want to replace on the driver and the passenger side. I will pull up the part number for you right now. Now, the reason that your CV axle may be hard to actually push out of the case is because of this little guy right here. This is called a C-clip or a circlip. It is a little tension ring that keeps the CV axle locked in place. All just done by tension. Now that you've got your axle out, what we need to do is we need to throw your new one in. Now, let's get this CV axle back in its home. After you've got your CV axle in, you're gonna wanna pick up on your knuckle. And how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna do it from one of the lug studs. And I just pull it up until the axle meets the hub. And here's what we're doing. If you don't immediately go into the hub, what I'll do is I'll spin it around a little bit until I feel it meet up, just like that. You see that? And then I will then pick up the hub or the knuckle and I will swing it up into the strut. Now at this point, you want to get a bolt started. I have better luck getting the top bolt started, just like that. Now, looking at the knuckle, you can see that this doesn't quite line up. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Take your hand, put it on the rotor just like this. And all you have to do is push it forward just like this. That's all you have to do. It lines up the hole. Look, I'm gonna take the bolt, push forward, bolt goes right through. Now our speed sensor has been dangling around for some time. Let's get that back in its home. Just take your speed sensor, swing it over, push it in just like that, and then put in your 10mm bolt. Next, we have the bracket 13mm bolt that I left right here. You got your little notch right here on the bracket, and you want to line it up with the most inside hole, just like that. There you are. Run this guy in. Now we have our tie rod. We're going to just snake it underneath the knuckle, line up the thread, push it forward, put your castle nut on, 19mm to suck it down. Last but certainly not least, then throw your cotter pin through. Now all you should have left is your axle. These should be the parts that you have left. A washer, a nut, the cap, the little spring washer, and the cotter pin. Now, in this order, what you're going to do is you're going to take your washer. You're going to put your washer on. You're then going to take your nut. Put your nut on. This little clip here, or washer, or whatever you'd like to call it, you want the way it's bending up on each side to face out. Will look like that. Next, you have these 4 notches on this little cap. What you want to do here is when you put it on there, you want to make sure that one of these notches lines up with the hole, then throw your cotter pin through. Then afterwards, you should have your cotter pin folded over. Everything's good to go. This side is complete. Let's move over to the passenger side. Let's do the same to the passenger side that we just did to the driver's side. Oh look, that one didn't need nothing to come off. Jeez. If these fall normally, that's just going to show you that your tie rod, inner tie rod is bad. Come on, please. Well, I tried.
You don't want to be like this.
10mm here. Right in the way for a brief moment. See if this one will wiggle right out. Look at that. Put the bolt back where you found it. 13mm bolt. Up and out of the way. 21mm. And start walking the bolts out. Now before we do it here, what we're going to do is we're going to use our dead blow. There we go. That guy's loosened up. First bolt and our second bolt. There we go. Just like that. This should just pull out by hand now. I don't think I've ever seen a CV axle just fall out like that. Let's keep you guys out of the oil. Slowly pop her out. Passenger side, round 2. Just pull the axle up to the hub, slide it forward. If you don't feel it grab, spin it until it engages, just like so. Pull it up, bolt through. You can see that hole don't line up. Push the knuckle forward, and the bolt goes in. Remember, just take it, swing it underneath, and you can move the joint around. Swing it underneath, and you can move the knuckle back and forth just to make it easy to pop that through. Your castle nut, 19mm. Cotter pin on through, and we're all done. Washer, nut, torque it down. Again, you want the ridge, you want these facing out. Just like that. With the little notch in it, over the hole, cotter pin right on through. If you look here, one of my favorite things to do is actually take the needle nose plier, reach underneath. I like to face it so that the bottom portion of the cotter pin actually comes up and through. And then I like to grab just like this and just fold it over just like that. If it makes it easier, do it from any position. I do like to grab just the top, just like this, and then slightly tilt it, just like that, so it's easier for me to grab the point and fold it down. Give yourself a pat on the back. You made quick work of the axles. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.